Hey there, Trumps. Looks like we've got an issue with Discord, but I'll obviously show you what I do next. So I'm alongside your base now, and obviously I'd go through with the candidate these sort of initial sort of things, tell them what I'm looking out for, and then obviously what I would do, because obviously this screen captures everything that I look at, so I would then go to your base. Now, some nice stuff going on here, brother. So you've got obviously some really got nice tight walls here. So obviously nothing should spill out. So quite a nice novel way of defending as well. So it's quite a nice little touch. Might even look at that going forward. So I mean, I've been known to do screen grabs at this point, and add that to my inventory of various base formats I've got. I've got quite a few from when I was back in my T4 days. Some of the H8D guys love Liverpool, people like that had some really strong bases. So if I found something that I really had difficulty beating or caused as an issue as a team, then I'd screen grab that, and then that's in my repertoire of potential base options to look at. Areas potentially you could look at for your own. I don't think you need to, but obviously you've got an area here that's you could maybe space out a little bit. I know you could probably get taken out by this mine, which is a bit more dangerous nowadays than it used to be. But you know, you could obviously spawn quite close to your base here, a couple of tanks for distraction. Again, there's an area here you could spawn quite close. If I left a tank about here and came round here with my attack platoon, then I'm obviously going to be straight at your war factory, and then obviously you know, you don't need to use the deployment of Reapers and things along that sort of line. So this is kind of what I would be doing with the guys. I mean, yes, your base is well spread out, so the deployment zones are quite far out. Potentially a couple little holes we could patch up, but you know, trust us, none of the other bases we see are like this. I can see you're already starting to adapt for the what they call them, the Zeus that we were talking about earlier, because your mines are well spread out, so you can see that you're adapting well. I mean, some of the bases, I did one earlier today where literally he had his war factory and his barracks on the very edge, you know what I mean? So I wiped him out. I didn't kill him completely, but I attacked his base to show him how easy it would be to take his base out, you know what I mean? Just to show him that that's what an enemy would do. I do think some people don't even realise there's the replay of your videos, is there, really, to see how an attack and defence has worked. So you know, it's nothing rocket science I'm trying to deliver. It's just some sort of structure, some sort of format, some sort of continuity, and this one-to-one sort of talking through, showing what I can see. I mean, my base into patch on yours, but obviously a lot of the bases I'll go through and say, nah, you know what, you need to be doing something along this sort of line, then I can go back into my base. Because like I say, whatever I do on the screen here and whatever I say, then they would go in. So you know, you click on your own, and then you kind of show them what you're trying to you know, deliver from your own base, and then obviously that starts you know, creating different sort of conversations. Again, I'm trying to demonstrate this well spread out sort of effect. You know, there's no sort of spawn zones and things like that. Difficult on your own base because you can't always see you know, how things are working. But again, you're trying to teach them about these everything overlapping, so that this is defending that and that's defending that, and all sorts of things along that sort of line. I'm waiting for the extra turret on mine, so mine isn't perfect yet. And maybe looking at your base, I need to be... Oh, shit, I didn't want to do this. Maybe I want to be spreading out my mines further, you know what I mean? So there's lots you can learn as a sort of coordinator from looking at everybody's bases and things along that sort of line. You know, but that's in essence what I'm trying to instill into the guys. And if I can get your sergeants on board to do this and coach it down the line, and then use video formats, voice formats, or whatever it might be thereafter, but just to have these initial conversations. Now, normally I would do another base assessment video, because usually the candidate is quite sort of low down. They've maybe not got everything that we've got. You know, so you would get them to change the bases about. Have another little look again, mate, because you know, you plan, you do, you review. A lot of people plan it, then do it, they don't review it, and the second base format these guys have come up with is no better than the first, you know what I mean, if not worse. And I saw that again yesterday. But plan, do, review, copy it through, make sure you obviously check, and it just builds a fantastic relationship, a great sort of tool, and it just promotes that interaction and that activity that we're all really searching for. So that's what I'm about, bro. If you think it's going to work, I know it does work, but if you think it's the right thing for your team, I'll cascade it down, and obviously if you can, obviously let the guys know above us that it's the right thing to do. Then obviously I get a few brownie points as well. All good in the hood. Thanks, bro. Tap.